friends, Jireh here of Fashion Meets God, where I talk on most things faith, fashion / beauty. I have missed you guys so much. I was in Kalibo, or my parents' hometown, for the past 2.5 weeks, and there was also a missions trip, and coincidentally it was in Kalibo. It was an amazing week to see lives just transform and even how God moved in the attendees' lives ourselves. So if you want to know more about that missions trip and know about the things that only God can do, then keep watching. First of all, yes, I got my hair did. I got like 8 inches off and it feels so great. Honestly, the main reason why I did it was because it's getting ridiculously hot here in the Philippines, and also I just haven't had my hair done since June of last year. So that's usually how it is. I get my hair chopped, I let it grow out really long, and then a year later I chop it again. So plus it was only $5, like what? So Operation Jabez, or OJ which it's called, is a week-long missions outreach here in the Philippines during Holy Week. So it's every year, every April. And it's based on Jabez's prayer in 1 Chronicles. So this has been going on for years, and my auntie during her single years would go on OJs every year, and that's actually how she also traveled throughout the Philippines, because they have different teams going to different regions around the Philippines. So this year it was 91 teams and 600 delegates from around the whole country, and in Kalibo there were 6 different local churches that were participating, and that was really cool to see the body of Christ and the different churches unite and come together for the Great Commission. Every day there would be a devotional, and then a training, and then lunch, and then training, and then we would go out and apply what we learned. If you're not familiar with Cru, or formerly known as Campus Crusade for Christ, their main tactic are using gospel tracts, or the 4SL. Okay, so it's this little yellow booklet right here, and it has been printed over 100 million times, and this has been used for years and has been used to share the gospel to millions, literally millions of people over the years and throughout the whole entire world. I've attended a handful of Cru trainings over the years. It's probably because my aunt and uncle are both part of Cru, but I've used this here and there, and I'm not gonna lie, it's still kind of awkward for me to use, just because in the States, you know, like we're not really used to sharing the gospel with tracts and the booklets. It's more so on relationship building, but I know that millions of people have accepted through this, and there's not one way to share the gospel, and the Great Commission is the Great Commission, so that's okay. The main reason why Cru started using this in the first place is because it gives a full explanation on the gospel. After the trainings and after being equipped on how to use this and how to handle objections and, you know, what the other person might possibly, you know, say back at you, we would go out into the field and we would actually apply what we learned. We usually went to the plaza, which you guys have seen in former videos, and it's like a whole arena of people we can just share to, and that's what we did. We'd go out and share to pretty much anyone and everyone. My biggest 2 inspirations were these 2 young girls that were part of my group, and one was I think 11 and the other was either 15 or 16, and they were just so bold and courageous, and they just went out, they tag teamed, and they went to share, you know, to random people. Some accepted, others rejected them, and they still kept it going. And I told them, look, I had much different priorities when I was your age, so it was just really inspiring to see them. So of course that was one of my favorite parts of the week, was just being able to share and to see other people as well just have that heart to share Jesus with others. Another favorite part of the mission trip of mine was having fellowship with the girls and having that one-on-one time with them from all the 6 different churches. We went to Moonleaf and we had milk tea or bubble tea, and we just, you know, started pouring our hearts out to each other. And oh my gosh, some of these stories and experiences that these young ladies have already been through were so heart-wrenching. Like, if you met them for the first time, you would never expect some of these things to happen to them. Enemy doesn't discriminate, and he goes out for anyone and everyone. Just to see them talk about how God has been so faithful still in their lives and how God really changed them and transformed them was really inspiring too. I love them. It was such a sweet time. We definitely shed some tears and got in our feelings, but it was really refreshing at the same time. And then on the last day, we had a digital outreach, and we had a group from Indigitus kind of train us on how to use their evangelical videos to share to people on social media and online, and that was definitely my arena. I felt very comfortable, thankfully, doing that. It was really cool. We would just get into our groups and just start going on our friends list and sharing and, you know, starting casual conversation and sharing the videos to them. A lot of people accepted Jesus into their lives, even over Facebook. So over the course of the week, we shared to about 193 people. So that includes in the plaza and online. 93 of those accepted the Lord into their lives. So that is a big praise. And I think about 23 or 24 people were already interested in wanting to be part of a Bible study, so you can tell that they are just thirsty. Like, that's just who we are as humans. We want the truth. We hunger and desire and thirst for the truth. And so it's really cool to see that people really wanted just more of who God is and, you know, what He has done and is doing in their lives. A big shout out to the Manila team who came out and just poured their hearts out and really committed that week to serving others and serving the people of Kalibo. So that week was just really refreshing, and I think it hit really close to home because it was in my dad's hometown. To be able to serve and reach out to those in his hometown in a place where I just go in and out of you know, here and there was really special. And of course, it's always a great thing to see God's people work together and encourage and uplift each other, and even complete random strangers. The world definitely needs more of kindness and love. So if you're like me and you're like, man, I haven't shared to anyone, you know, face to face in a really long time, but do I have to go overseas or to some foreign land or country or town to do that? The answer is no, you do not. Your mission field is your campus, your workplace, your neighborhood, that PTA meeting, and even on the gram, as we now know, on your, you know, your posts and your IG stories. So the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. So I hope you guys were encouraged by this short video. I don't know if it'll be that short. I hope you guys were encouraged by what God is doing in a small, not truly remote, but a small town here in the Philippines, and He's still moving despite everything crappy and bad happening in the world. He is still working, guys. So let's have hope. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys. God bless.